Present here. I, Professor Madhuri Thakkar from EC Department, welcome you all to today's webinar on building an impactful resume and high impact presentation skills which are useful during interviews. This webinar will be handled by Ms. Purnima Karore. She is the first batch of alumni, we can say from EC Department PIT. He has cleared his BTech in Electronics and Communication in 2014. She has worked with various industries and now she is working as a deputy manager in a MG Motor India. Now she will better introduce herself and she is going to take a very interesting session today. So I am handing over this session to Purnima.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So, hi, good morning, everyone. This is Purnima. As ma'am rightly said, when we go back to our days of college, those were one of the best days that we had, and I'm sure you people are also having those best days at Parul University. I'm Purnima, and I was the participant of the first batch of PIT in EC department, and then I changed my field to HR, and now I am working in the HR department of MG Motor India. So a few days back, we were just having a discussion as to how can we contribute to our alumni, and we just came across this topic of building high impact resume and having high impact presentations during your interview. You know, we completely understand that this COVID times are really stressful, especially for students like you who are, I believe you are in third and fourth year of your engineering, and these are the crucial years where everyone is either preparing for some kind of job or you are preparing for some kind of masters or going abroad and various other measures that you might have thought of. So we just thought to have this not so technical session and help you people understand that these things are very simple, very easy, but just if done right, then definitely things go our way. So we start our presentation. Just give me a moment. Madhuri ma'am, just wanted to check if it is visible or not.
Yes, it is visible.
All right. So we are here with the topic of building an impactful resume and high impact presentation skills useful during the interview. So why do we think that your resume should be impactful? So when you think about resumes, you might be coming across various formats, है ना? The moment we think about resume, आप Google करोगे and you will find different kinds of format. So वहीं पे confusion शुरू होता है कि कौन सा format मैं use करूँ. मैं तो fresher हूँ. मैं ऐसा क्या डालूं जिससे मेरा resume कुछ अलग दिखेगा. What should I write in my resume that makes my resume stand out from the crowd? So there are very few simple tips and tricks जिससे your resume would be as you want, but definitely it will stand out of the crowd. So why do you think कि resume हमारा अलग होना चाहिए? What are the things that make your resume impactful? Let's go with few brainstorming questions. रेज्यूमे में हम लोग यूजुअली क्या लिखते हैं? हम हमारा एजुकेशन लिखते हैं, हम हमारा करियर ऑब्जेक्टिव लिखते हैं. वी ऑल्सो राइट फ्यू ऑफ अवर अचीवमेंट्स. वी ऑल्सो राइट हमारे ग्रेडिंग्स क्या थे, व्हाट वर अवर अचीवमेंट्स इन द एजुकेशन सेटअप, राइट? सो ये तो डेफिनेटली बेसिक थिंग्स है विच मस्ट बी कवर्ड इन योर रेज्यूमे. बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट आप ऐसा क्या लिख सकते हो, ऐसा क्या दिखा सकते हो कि अगर मेरे पास या किसी के पास भी 100 रेज्यूमेज आएंगे तो योर रेज्यूमे वुड immediately catch our attention. So what are those things? First of all, having an impactful resume is important because that details your skills, that details your training methodology that you have adopted till date. क्योंकि अगर आपने 4 इम्पोर्टेंट साल आपके लाइफ के एजुकेशन में इन्वेस्ट किए हैं, 4 इम्पोर्टेंट साल उसमें इन्वेस्ट किए हैं जिससे आपका फ्यूचर डिजाइन होगा, करेक्ट? सो उसमें डेफिनेटली कुछ ना कुछ वैसी चीजें आपने की होगी या आपके कॉलेज ने आपको वो प्लेटफॉर्म दिए होंगे जहां पे यू कुड हैव शोकेस्ड योर स्किल्स, correct? So first and very important point is resume is helpful to show your skills. Now इमेजिन अ सिचुएशन जहाँ पे आपके कॉलेज में या ऑफ कैंपस में कहीं पे भी एक इंटरव्यू अनाउंस होता है दैट सो एंड सो कंपनी इज कमिंग फॉर अ जॉब इंटरव्यू और अ कैंपस इंटरव्यू। क्या होगा, आपके कॉलेज से एक डेटाबेस जाएगा, करेक्ट? कि ये स्टूडेंट्स है हु आर इंटरेस्टेड टू अप्लाई फॉर दिस जॉब, दीज आर देयर अचीवमेंट्स, दीज आर देयर स्कोर्स, इनका लोकेशन ये है एंड सो ऑन एंड सो फोर्थ, करेक्ट? तो उनको उसमें से तो एज एन बेसिक डिटेल्स पता चल जाएंगे, बट रेज्यूमे में उनको वो डिटेल्स पता चलेंगे जो आप उनको बताना चाहते हो और उनको वो बेसिक एक्सेल शीट से पता नहीं चलेंगे। So let's say your work, your education, your resume is a picture who you know that you are, but people don't know about you. So that is the best first window to enter into that job interview, correct? Second, what makes you different from others? So अगर आपके कॉलेज में इतने बैचेस है, सो इमेजिन वो एरिया में भी उतने बैचेस होंगे, वो लोकेशन में भी उतने बैचेस होंगे, एंड देन देयर इज अ होल सिटी, देयर इज अ होल स्टेट, सो पीपल आर competing for that single position. So what makes you different? That is why having an impactful resume is important. So let's go and check what are the important parameters. First, an impactful resume attracts the attention. Let's say, for example, I am making my resume as a fresher and I write Purnima Karode, Education, BE, Electronics and Communication, so on and so forth. Versus I write an ambitious engineer to kickstart career with so and so career oriented company, and then I write my career objective. Right? So imagine two resumes you are having of Purnima, and one is simply saying she has done BEEC in 2000 and so forth, and then one is saying she is an ambitious engineer to kickstart career with. That's make a difference. Second, sell your strongest skills. I am sure कि आपके कॉलेज ने या आप खुद ने इतने सारे एक्सप्लोर किए होंगे खुद के स्किल्स जो आप शोकेस कर सकते हो, मे बी एक्सेल स्किल्स, मे बी प्रेजेंटेशन स्किल्स, मे बी कोडिंग स्किल्स, एनीथिंग, even if it is not relevant with your current profession, that's completely fine. You never know कि वो skill कहाँ पे आपको यूज हो जाएगी, बिकॉज यू डोंट नो व्हाट द एम्प्लॉयर इज लुकिंग फॉर, करेक्ट? सो आपके पास जो भी स्ट्रॉन्ग स्किल्स है, राइट दैट डाउन, बट राइट दैट डाउन इन अ मैनर कि इट इज शोकेस्ड आउट ऑफ द क्राउड. देन your resume, if it is written in bullet form, it shows how you are a perfect match for the interview. Let's say आपने एक आपका पैराग्राफ लिखा है कि you are an ambitious engineer planning to kickstart your career with a reputed organization, having so and so skills, having so and so perfect matching with your organization. So ये अगर पैराग्राफ होगा तो एक एम्प्लॉयर का हार्डली 1 मिनट या 2 मिनट जाता है वो रेज्यूमे को स्कैन करने के लिए. तो मे बी वहीं पे उनका डिसइंटरेस्ट हो जाएगा, मे बी नॉट, आई एम नॉट श्योर, बट डेफिनेटली वर्सेस द बुलेट पॉइंट्स अगर वो देखे तो बुलेट पॉइंट्स में उनको इमीडिएटली पता चलेगा कि यस दैट स्टूडेंट और दैट पर्सन हैज टेकन टाइम आउट टू हाईलाइट हिज और हर स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट स्किल्स, है ना? एंड दैट इज द टाइम विच लैंड्स यू फॉर द इंटरव्यू. सो अगर 100 स्टूडेंट्स होंगे तो इंटरव्यू के पास डेफिनेटली इतना टाइम नहीं होगा कि वो हर एक को इंटरव्यू करे. तो वो क्या करेंगे, पहले स्क्रीनिंग करेंगे. स्क्रीनिंग में आपकी एक्सेल शीट तो जाती है, ऊपर से आपके रेज्यूमेज या आपका बायोडाटा जो भी प्रिपेयर्ड है वो भी जाता है. सो व्हाट लैंड्स यू फॉर द इंटरव्यू इज दैट डिफरेंट presentation that you have made in the resume. Now let's check out that what are the things that a resume needs to be an impactful. First and foremost, definitely your objective. So your objective should be something which is generic, but along with that, it should match with the organization objectives. Now, gone are those days जब हम लोग एक सिंपल रेज्यूमे बनाते थे और वही रेज्यूमे हम लोग हर एक जगह पे यूज करते थे. Now, let's say आपने थर्ड ईयर में एक रेज्यूमे बना दिया जहाँ पे आपने पहले 2.5 years की सारी अचीवमेंट्स डाल दी, आपके ग्रेड्स, आपके ट्रेनिंग्स, आपके अचीवमेंट्स, एवरीथिंग यू हैव पुट ओवर देयर. बट देन व्हाट अबाउट थर्ड ईयर एंड व्हाट अबाउट फोर्थ ईयर? उसमें भी आपने काफी सारे एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज किए होंगे. ऑल्सो एवरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हैज डिफरेंट नीड्स. सपोज कोई आईटी सेक्टर का ऑर्गेनाइजेशन आ रहा है, या कोई ऑटोमोबाइल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन आ रहा है, या कोई सर्विस सेक्टर दूसरे सेक्टर का आ रहा है. सो हर एक कंपनी कुछ अलग स्किल्स देख रही होती है उनके कैंडिडेट्स में, उनके एम्प्लॉयज में. सो टेक अ मिनट ऑफ योर्स, गूगल डाउन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और देखिए कि वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का सेक्टर क्या है, वो लोग क्या देखना चाहते हैं. एक ओवरव्यू तो मिल ही जाएगा आपको कि वहां पे जो लोग काम करते हैं उनमें क्या क्या स्किल्स होती है. And then match those skills with your skills and highlight them with real life examples. Highlight them with your academics, with your achievements. Okay. So first thing is writing a career objective, but match it with the organization that you are interviewed with. So you can change your career objective every time you change your organization. So अगर आप 2-3 ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस को टारगेट कर रहे हो आपके प्लेसमेंट्स में, तो आप 2-3 बार आपके करियर ऑब्जेक्टिव्स चेंज कर सकते हो. इट मे बी स्टैंडर्ड, इट मे वेरी. सेकंड, योर एकेडमिक्स. हाईलाइट योर एकेडमिक्स, बट उसमें पूरा मत लिखिए. सो यू कैन राइट the latest score or the CGPA that you have achieved till date. अगर आप 8th सेमेस्टर में एंटर हुए हो तो आपके पास 7th सेमेस्टर तक का रिजल्ट होगा, और वर्स्ट के 6th सेमेस्टर तक का होगा. सो 6th सेमेस्टर तक का पूरा क्यूमुलेटिव उसमें डाल दीजिए, नॉट नेसेसरी कि आप हर एक सेमेस्टर का डालिए. एंड इफ द एम्प्लॉयर वांट्स टू नो अबाउट इट, वो डेफिनेटली अगर आपको क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे आप उसके बारे में बता सकते हो. ऑलराइट. सेकंड, you should go last first. So the last semester or the last education that you have should come first. Then it should come your 12th. Then comes your 10th. All right. So एम्प्लॉयर के लिए आप एलिजिबल कब हुए हो? जब आप अभी बीई में हो, मतलब जब आप 6th सेमेस्टर में हो या 8th में हो, तब आप एलिजिबल हुए हो. So the first thing that he wants to check is the latest score or the latest achievement that you have. So keep the last thing first. Second, highlight all the informal work experiences that you have had till date. जितने भी इंटर्नशिप्स किए हैं, जितने भी ऑफ रोल काम किए हैं, जितने भी छोटे मोटे प्रोजेक्ट्स किए हैं, हाईलाइट एवरीथिंग बट डेफिनेटली इन बुलेट पॉइंट्स. तो लेट्स से अगर आपने समर इंटर्नशिप में कोई प्रोजेक्ट बनाया है, फॉर एग्जांपल वाटर लेवल इंडिकेटर या scale level indicator, anything that you have made in the project, highlight that in your resume. कुछ भी चीज छोटी नहीं होती. If you have invested time, if you have gained knowledge out of it, if you have invested knowledge into it, definitely that is an important thing for your resume. So highlight that in a bullet point. Second, आपके internship experiences जो भी रहे होंगे, अगर आपने डेटा एंट्री की है तो डेटा एंट्री में भी आपके लर्निंग्स होंगे कि ये प्रोजेक्ट में these are the basic things which are required. Put that down. ओके. आपने लोगों से बातचीत की होगी, उनके प्रोजेक्ट्स देखे होंगे, राइट दोस एक्सपीरियंसेस बट डेफिनेटली इन बुलेट पॉइंट्स. ओके. थर्ड, अगर आपने कुछ वॉलंटियरिंग किया है जो टेक्निकल नहीं है, मे बी आपके कॉलेज में जो फेस्टिवल्स होते होंगे या आपके कॉलेज में कोई भी प्रोग्राम होते होंगे और उसमें काफी सारी कमिटीज बनती होंगी, सो उसमें अगर आपने वॉलंटियरिंग काम किया है तो उसके बारे में भी कुछ लिखिए. Because you as a fresher, you are not expected to have any kind of professional background. So उससे आपको घबराने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. But only thing which would differentiate you from others would be your volunteering work, your informal work experience, your extracurricular activities, और उसमें से आपको क्या-क्या learnings मिली है. Okay? फोर्थ, अगर आपका कोई भी स्पोर्ट इंटरेस्ट है या आपका कोई भी हॉबी है तो उसको आप डेफिनेटली 2-3 बुलेट पॉइंट्स में हाईलाइट कर सकते हो. ऑलराइट. सो दीज आर फ्यू थिंग्स डेफिनेटली यू पीपल नो अबाउट इट, बट अगर आप इसको अच्छे से स्ट्रक्चर वे में रखोगे सिंगल पेज में, सो इफ यू आर अ फ्रेशर, you are not expected to write 2-3 page lengthy resumes. It's okay to have a single page resume having a crisp information about your academics, about your curricular activities, achievements, sports, volunteering work, informal work experience, your projects, your technical projects, your behavioral projects, anything. You can write anything in a single page crisp format. Now, there are some catchy words, there are some powerful words, which if you use in your resume, that definitely reflect some action from the employer. अब आप लिखोगे फॉर एग्जाम्पल एकेडमिक्स में कि बीई 6 semester 80%, बीई 6 semester A grade. Instead of that, if you write accomplished, successfully accomplished 6 semester of BE with 8.63 CGP or whatever you have achieved, you can write that. Then when you write about your project, instead of writing the data entry in so and so subject, you can write designed an Excel sheet which was friendly enough for the staff to use. Correct? If you have done some project in the organization as a part of your summer internship, you can write initiated a project. So that shows that you have initiated something. That shows that you have taken up an initiation, that you have taken up some project. Second, there are few company values which where you have worked. So use those words in your resume. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आज आपके यहाँ पे कोई एबीसी कंपनी प्लेसमेंट के लिए आ रही है ना. सो टेक योर टाइम आउट, अगले दिन उनकी वेबसाइट विजिट कर लीजिए. उनके कोई ना कोई कल्चरल वैल्यूज होंगे, उनके कोई ना कोई पिलर्स होंगे. उस पिलर्स के बारे में थोड़ा सा स्टडी कीजिए और वो पिलर्स को डिफाइन करने के लिए जो वर्ड्स यूज हुए हैं वो वर्ड्स को आप आपके करियर ऑब्जेक्टिव या आपके अचीवमेंट्स या आपके स्किल्स में हाईलाइट कीजिए. क्योंकि देखो ना, अगर आप कोई भी चीज आपकी हैबिट है और आप हर रोज वो वर्ड पढ़ते हो या देखते हो और इमीडिएटली इफ यू कैच दैट वर्ड समवेयर एल्स एज वेल, आपकी अटेंशन सीख होती है, दैट अट्रैक्ट्स योर अटेंशन, राइट? सो डेफिनेटली ये एक बहुत ही अच्छी ट्रिक है टू मेक योर रेज्यूमे इम्पैक्टफुल. थर्ड, स्किल्स. अगर आप कोई भी स्किल्स हाईलाइट कर रहे हो तो आप लिखोगे एक्सेल, है ना, पावर पॉइंट, फिर आपको जो भी टेक्निकल और सॉफ्टवेयर आते होंगे आप उसके बारे में लिखोगे. सो यू कैन राइट पैशनेट अबाउट डूइंग एक्सेल, पैशनेट अबाउट कोडिंग ऑन सो एंड सो टेक्निकल प्लेटफॉर्म. Correct? Responsible about so and so. When you write about your internship experience, you can write I was responsible for so and so project. So that shows that you were taking some kind of responsibility instead of just taking up the project. Okay, so led the project of, though it may be a small project, it may be a big project, it may be a team project, but that's okay. You can write these kind of words which make you stand out of the crowd. When you write about your achievements, you can also write that you have improved on the skills. This shows that you are accepting the negative feedback as well. So no one is perfect. First of all, no one is perfect and everyone has to improve down the lane. So what you were in the first semester of your engineering and what you are right now, you yourself know that you have changed a lot. So you can definitely use such kind of words wherein you have improved the skills of you have improved communication skills, you have improved your coding skills, right? So that shows that you're accepting towards feedback as well, and that is what an employer looks for. I have captured few sample resumes. So one is which I thought that people use it nowadays, which are quite colorful, which have quite a lot of separate boxes. So you can definitely opt for the one on the left, wherein there are career objectives, there are skills. So skills have come on the top. So if someone is looking for your skills, immediately in the first instance, he will have a look in the first half as well. Then your experiences and then your education. You can go this way also, where the other resume shows a different perspective of the old age structure. So both the resumes are okay. It's not important to make your resume colorful or structured, or definitely structured, but in the way that it is not important to keep boxes always. What is important is you go in a structured manner. So First comes the career objective or the summary about your achievements. Then comes the certificates, then comes the achievements, then comes the papers or projects that you have taken. So any of the format or any format that you have is okay, but these are few important things that you must cover in your resume to make it impactful. So people nowadays keep their social profiles as well. So if you can see over here, people nowadays keep their social profiles. So um, you might be knowing that when you now apply for some employment opportunity, and if you are a fresher, your background verification is also done through your social media profile. So let's say your Instagram or your Facebook or anything that is socially available to people, for people to view it, your background is checked through that. Then people might write references on the resume, you might not write, that's okay. So references are subject to the need of the organization. Since you are a fresher, rarely your background check would be done because your university is quite well known, and people would definitely trust the organization while taking the feedback. Okay. For you, what is important is you write your summary, your certificates, your achievements, your projects, and your professional details. If that is written, that is more than enough to make your resume impactful. Now, so this is the first half of what I wanted to share with you in terms of your resume building. So, as I said, resume is the first window for you to enter for the interview process. So, let's say there are 100 different candidates, and when you are screened, resume is the first window where the employer screens your achievements till date. Now, let's say if you are selected for the interview, what next? So, you have already landed where you wanted to be, but next steps are also very much important, and that is where this topic comes, which is high impact interview skills. So, first of all, this word interview is quite a lot, stressful. Especially when I was of your age and we had this campus interviews, it was completely, out of the box. So, I still remember when I had my first interview, I was very much stressed. I could not eat anything. I could not remember anything, though I had prepared a lot for the interview, but I could not remember anything. So I remember after acing the interview, I remember that interviews are not interviews. Interviews are basically a discussion between you and the interviewer. So the interviewer just wants to know who you are, how you are, and what can you give to the organization. Definitely, you are a fresher, so your technical skills that you have acquired in the 4 years of your engineering, he would check a bit about it. And then the most important thing is your attitude. So, how open are you to the organization? How open are you to new learnings? How kind of what kind of things that you are looking for in your future? Where do you see yourself in the 5 years or in the coming future? So that is all what the employer looks for. Now, when we think about having an interview, it will definitely be stressful. But when we think about having a discussion with someone who is senior to you, it is very much normal. So let us understand that what kind of structure an interview might have, or if, let's say, if you're preparing for an interview in the near future, what are the things that you should keep in mind to convert this interview called interview into a normal discussion. So the first thing before the interview, what are few things that you must do to make the interview a smooth process? First, dress formally. May it be a virtual interview, may it be a in-person interview. Forget that, if you dress cool, then you are impressive. No, it's not like that. You have to dress very simple. You have to dress formally. That's okay if you don't wear tie, and if you don't wear exactly the formal clothes, but your clothes should be simple, and your clothes should not be so catchy that the interviewer is not able to focus on you and your skills, but on your dress. So dress very simple and try to dress formal. Second, just in case, I don't know whether you are having in-person interviews now because of COVID, but just in case if you are having campus interviews, try to arrive 5 minutes early to the door where the interview is being conducted. The reason is you never know when your name would get called, and then it becomes stressful for us to catch the file that we need to take up and then go rush to the interview cabin. So stay calm, stay 5 minutes early near the door where the interview is being conducted. Or let's say if you're having a virtual interview, which I guess would be the case in case of COVID. So join early, check whether the connection is perfect or not. And most important, be prepared with all the documents. If it is virtual, keep the file along with you. Keep a scanned document file in your laptop as well. So just in case if they want something on the email, you are immediately able to send it to them. All right. And third and most important, company does not expect you to have hi-fi technical skills or hi-fi any kind of achievements. Company just wants to understand whether you have taken pain to understand what the company is looking for. All right. So let's say if some IT organization is coming up. So have you taken your time out to understand about the company? Have you taken your time out to read about the organization? If yes, then the company would definitely immediately feel that yes, you are interested. Okay. Then comes then comes about the virtual connections. So the way I said that if you are having virtual interviews, make sure you are having a good internet connection. Make sure that you are in a calm place. You are having in a closed room to avoid any kind of distractions. uh, Take your time out to also research about the potential questions that you might get asked. So let's say, as we all know, the first question that would come to us would be if you can introduce yourself, right? So if I am asked to introduce myself, I'll say my name, about my education, what education have I achieved. Then I would share my family details. So who all are there in my family? What are they doing currently? Then I would also share about my hobby. So what are my hobbies and why are you here? So if 4 or 5 line introduction is prepared well in advance, that helps a lot to start off, to kickstart the interview. Second question that you might come across, which is very common, that where do you see yourself in the coming 5 years? So prepare a short, brief, ready to answer question. This would be a very generic question, and I'm sure that your skills that you have achieved, you can connect those skills for that answer. And most important, do not write anything wrong which you have not achieved in your life or not achieved in your career. So whatever you write in your resume, remember that your skills, your projects, your summer internship, your percentage, your academic details, whatever you have written in your resume, please remember that. For example, if I have written pick and place robot project in my resume, that is the thing which would be asked to me because I do not have any kind of previous experience being fresher, right? So I'll be asked about my projects, about my achievements. So I should know the steps, the process of the project that I did at the time of submission. Second, the skills that you have written. So it's not necessary the skills would be technical, but the skills can be behavioral as well. So if you are writing that you are very much calm and composed, but when you are speaking to the interviewer and you are very much aggressive, or maybe you are not able to keep yourself settled while answering the questions, that might negate the things that you have written in the resume. So remember what you have written, be correct to whatever you have written in the resume, and then it would be easier for you to grab the interview opportunity. So these are few things which you should remember before taking up the interview. Now, you are actually in the interview. What to do next? First and foremost, always tell the truth. So, when you are introducing yourself, when you are telling about your skills, the way I said, whatever you have written in in your resume, be truthful about it and say those things only which you know. Don't write things in your resume which you don't know but you think are impressive and should be written. Okay. Second, just a moment. Yeah. So be an interview extrovert. So I understand that not everyone is extrovert enough to speak to an unknown. So definitely, anytime when you will go for an interview, the interviewer might not be known to you. Then what will you do if you're introvert? So practice, practice, and practice. So take help of your friend or brother or sister, sit with them and practice narrating the projects that you have done. Practice narrating things which you want to say during the interview, and you would definitely be an interview extrovert, though not in real life. Okay. Second, and a very simple tip that you can utilize is keeping a confident smile on your face. So definitely, you should not look overconfident. You should not smile a lot, but keep a simple, confident smile to show that you know, yes, you know what you want to know and you know what is written in the resume. What next you can do is when you are narrating about your projects or when you are narrating about your achievements, you can state real life examples. So let's say so I had done pick and place robot project in my engineering. So when I am describing it, I would state real life application of that project, where that project can be used. What were the problems that I faced while making that project, and how did we overcome those problems? So this shows that yes, you have that right attitude of coming over problems. You have that right attitude of taking up negative feedback as well and then overcoming with a positive solution. All right, so you can definitely this is a very good tip that you can have while having interaction at the time of interview. And fourth and most important, make eye contact. So let's say if you are having an interview and there's a panel of three members, and just one person is asking you a question. Do not make this mistake of just looking at the person who is asking you the question. Definitely, you have to look at that person, but make sure that you take a glimpse to all the people who are present in the interview panel. This ensures that yes, you are acknowledging their presence, and also if they are asking, if they are observing you, you get to know immediately and you can correct your posture or you can correct your facial expressions. This is how you can check yourself also, and you can keep a check on them also. So please make sure to make eye contact with each and every member present in the panel. Next, so if the interview is done, if everything goes well, then be relaxed, be calm about everything. So the thing which you were there for, that is already done. Now do not stress about it. क्या होगा, कैसे होगा, नींद नहीं आएगी, खाना नहीं जाएगा. Do not think anything like this. What is gone. You have given your best. You have prepared everything best. जैसे करना चाहिए था आपने वैसे ही किया. आपने आपका बेस्ट रेज्यूमे बनाया. आपने आपकी बेस्ट स्किल्स दिखाई. जो भी अचीवमेंट्स थी, जो रियल लाइफ अचीवमेंट्स थी, उसके बारे में आपने बता दिया. So the best things are done already. So first thing, be calm. Do not stress about what is already gone. Exit with a thank you. So when you are done, exit with a thank you to each and every panel member who is present. If it is virtual, make sure to thank everyone with a name. So it is said that if I say, for example, good morning, and if I say good morning, Purnima, so that is very much customized. That is very much specialized. So that gives a personal touch to your thank you, personal touch to your greeting. So exit with a thank you. If you know the name, good enough. If you don't know the name, look at that person, look at every single person present in the panel, thank them, and then exit. Okay. Second, keep patience for the results. So We have to understand that when a panel is interviewing 100 people, the panel is also responsible for the evaluation of results of those 100 people. So keep patience. If you are selected, you will definitely get to know in few days. And during those waiting period, do not stress, do not waste your time thinking about the result, because if it is positive, very good. If it is not positive, then you might get demotivated. So start preparing for the next thing that is coming up in your life, maybe next interview, maybe next project, or maybe anything that you want to achieve. So you can utilize that waiting period in those one or two things. Third and most important, always stay optimistic. What happens is, if 100 people are interviewed, it is definitely said that not everyone would be selected. So they would be having around 10 openings or 20 openings or 3 openings, let's say. So some of you would get selected, few of you might not get selected, so that's okay. That does not mean that you are not compatible enough to do any kind of job. It's just that someone was better than you for the opening that you were interviewed, but that does not end your life, or that does not end the opportunities that you have for your career, that you have for your achievements. You have plethora of opportunities nowadays. There are so many startups coming up, there are so many openings coming up, irrespective of the COVID thing. Trust me, just let yourself get into the achievements thing, and you will definitely scale up with the interview process. You will definitely do something good in your career. We discussed about our resume. We discussed about what kind of structure should we have in the resume. So there are few takeaways which I felt must be highlighted, and which you should, if you can take away that in your resume or during your practice of interview, this definitely helps. So first, your resume speaks for you. It can be in any structure. The way we said that your resume can start with your career objective also. Your resume can start with your skills also. Your resume can start with your academics also. Whatever you think will sell your resume to the employer, write that first. There is no proper format for anyone. You design your format which you think is perfect for you. Things which you should keep in mind while making your resume is, may it be any structure. Most important, write your skills. Skills which you know better, skills which you think are synchronizing with the needs of that organization. So the way we said कि take your time, आप उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की वेबसाइट विजिट कीजिए, आप उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के कल्चरल पिलर्स विजिट कीजिए, वो लोग क्या देखना चाहते हैं. सो एनी टाइम एनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, अगर उनकी कोई भी विजन स्टेटमेंट होंगे या कोई भी कल्चरल पिलर्स होंगे, वो जो स्किल्स है, वो जो बिहेवियरल एटीट्यूड है, दैट इज द फर्स्ट थिंग दैट दे आर लुकिंग इन अ कैंडिडेट. सो हाईलाइट फ्यू words taking from them, taking from that website, and keep it in your resume. Second, if you have done some good technical project, if you have done some good non-technical project, highlight that as your skill as well. So skill कैसे बोलोगे? जैसे आपने कोई एक प्रोग्राम को लीड किया था, जैसे आपके यहाँ पे टेक्निकल प्रोग्राम्स होते होंगे ना, तो उसमें अलग अलग कमिटी में आपने पार्टिसिपेट किया होगा. यू मस्ट हैव टेकन पार्ट इन डिफरेंट प्रोग्राम्स एज वेल. सो उसके बारे में लिखिए कि उसमें से आपने क्या क्या स्किल्स अचीव की. You achieve the skills of maintaining balance, maintaining funds for the program. You achieved the skill of leading a team of 10 people for so and so program. So you can highlight those things in your resume. Second, own as many extracurricular laurels as you can during the college hours. Remember, these are the best times of your life. अभी का टाइम सिर्फ पढ़ाई या सिर्फ एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर में अगर हम लोग करेंगे तो वी माइट रिग्रेट कि यार कुछ और कर लिया होता तो बेहतर होता. सो सिर्फ पढ़ाई करना इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं है. डेफिनेटली यू कैन इन्वेस्ट योर टाइम इन समथिंग एक्स्ट्रा जो आपको अलग दिखाएगा from the crowd. So let's say you love music. If music is your hobby, you can participate in different musical programs that your college organizes. Let's say you love dancing, so you can participate in dancing programs in your college. Let's say you love reading, read different kind of books, read different kind of papers, earn as much knowledge as you can at the time of college. सो पढ़ाई के दौरान भी आप छोटे छोटे ब्रेक्स ले सकते हो, बिट्स एंड पीसेस में, विच गिव्स यू अ रिफ्रेशिंग काइंड ऑफ टाइम, एंड उसके बाद आप जो भी चीजें करते हो वो डेफिनेटली आपको बहुत ही अच्छे से याद रहेगी. थर्ड एंड मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट इज सेल योर स्किल्स. सो अगर आप सिर्फ स्किल्स लिखोगे तो मे और मे नॉट बी इम्प्रेसिव. और अगर आप वो पावरफुल वर्ड्स जो हमने सीखे थे सेकंड स्लाइड पे, जहाँ पे यू अकम्प्लिश्ड this project, you led the team of 10 people, you have leadership skills, right? So how do you write it? You led the team of 10 people successfully for so and so program, you accomplished this project which was so important for your college. So this is how you sell your skills. So accomplishment, leadership skills, these are the things which people are looking when they are hiring freshers. Fourth, accept feedback. So many a times what happens, जब हम लोग इंटरव्यू प्रोसेस में इतने इन्वॉल्व हो जाते हैं या इतने फ्लो में आ जाते हैं दैट वी कीप ऑन नरेटिंग थिंग्स विच आर नॉट रिक्वायर्ड फॉर द इंटरव्यू. तो कभी कभार इंटरव्यूअर हमें इंटरप्ट भी करेंगे, कभी कभार वो इमीडिएटली सेकंड क्वेश्चन पे भी चले जाएंगे, या कभी कभार वो इरेलीवेंट क्वेश्चन भी पूछेंगे. या अगर कोई इंटरव्यूअर बहुत ही ओपन है फॉर द फीडबैक, he might give you the feedback at the time of interview itself. So उससे आपको उससे आपका बिहेवियर, आपका एटीट्यूड एट द टाइम ऑफ इंटरव्यू चेंज नहीं होना है. आपको एकदम स्ट्रेट, एकदम काम रहना है. यू हैव टू एक्सेप्ट द फीडबैक दैट द इंटरव्यू इज ट्राइंग टू गिव. लाइक आई सेड कि मे बी कोई आपको ओपनली बताएंगे फीडबैक, कोई नहीं बताएंगे. सो व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, यू हैव टू कीप आई कांटेक्ट विद एवरीवन. इफ यू कीप एन आई कांटेक्ट, डेफिनेटली आपको उनके देखने से ही पता चलेगा वेदर यू आर गोइंग राइट और यू नीड टू चेंज समथिंग नाउ बिफोर यू स्पीक एनीथिंग एल्स. So accept feedback, be watchful, keep an eye contact, and that is how you will get to know कि during the interview आपको अगर कुछ change करना है तो आप क्या कर सकते हो. Fifth, sorry. Fifth and a very important skill is stay confident. So like I said, you can keep a confident smile on your face. You can be as simple as you are. You can be as calm and composed as you are, but stay confident. And there's a very thin line of difference between being confident and being overconfident. So like for example, if some interview is going on in a small room and that has a door, so you directly open the door, go and sit on the chair. So that shows that you're very much overconfident, you are very much maybe rude, you might sound rude to the interview panel. But if you are confident and if you slowly open the door, if you ask for the permission, if you ask for the permission to sit, that shows that yes, you are confident, but you are subtle as well in terms of your confidence. Okay, so stay confident, but ensure that you do not overboard the confidence. Then last thing which we all need to do this, because getting entry for the interview, getting entry for the job is, I would say, it is very simple. But then substantiating the requirements, getting to the needs of the organization and gelling into the organization culture is quite a bit difficult if you don't have the right attitude. So you have to always stay optimistic for it. If you have landed the interview, good, congratulations. If you haven't landed the interview, that does not end anything for you. If you have the skills, if you think you have the right attitude, you will definitely land to the best possible place that is written for you. Okay, few things which you need to stay optimistic is you should know your skills, you should know your hidden skills as well. So there would be few things which you know, but few things which you don't know that you know. So take your own time, sit calmly and jot down the things which are required in the market, and then correct and recollect your skills, join your skills, and then you can definitely think about taking up some small projects along with your college to gain those skills which you don't have. So this is how you can stay optimistic and stay in line with the market requirements. I guess I am already done with the presentation, but few things which I have experienced in my career in the last 5 years, that things always do not go our way. So if you think that things are very good once you achieve the job, no, it's not that. You have to keep on learning. You have to be agile the way other people are moving forward. So let's say we had never ever imagined the scenario of having a kind of COVID world in our life. So way back in 2020 February, we were all normal, not knowing that things would change within a month. Everything went online. So people who had those online skills, people who had those skills of working in the same pace and working with the same skill set, staying at home, scaled like anything during COVID world. But then people who could not achieve those skills, required to work from home or required to do the same kind of projects at the same pace that you used to do in person at office, they might have faced certain difficulties. So ऐसे कई चीजें हैं जो आप एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हो, जो आप इमेजिन कर सकते हो, और एटलीस्ट उतने स्किल्स अगर आपके पास आ जाए, नो वन कैन स्टॉप from making you a successful person. No one can stop from getting you where you want to. Right? So these are the things which I thought I should share with you. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask now. मैंने बहुत ही जेनरिक, बहुत ही ओवरऑल पिक्चर आपको दिखाया है, बट मे बी आपने जो भी प्लेसमेंट्स अभी तक फेस किए होंगे या जो आप फेस करने वाले हो, अगर आपको उसके बारे में कोई भी क्वेश्चंस पूछने हैं या इंटरव्यू प्रोसेस के बारे में, आप मुझसे पूछ सकते हो. थैंक यू सो मच.
Purnima, I got a query regarding whether you are giving an interview for the government service examination like UPSC and all other, or the private interview. Then, which kind of difference we should make in our presentation, or which things we should take care?
Sure. So I guess ये जो प्रोसेस था, मेजॉरिटी इंटरव्यू प्रोसेस सेम ही होते हैं, बट इफ यू आर आस्किंग फॉर काइंड ऑफ गवर्नमेंट इंटरव्यूज दैट आर कंडक्टेड, सो आई बिलीव पहले हमेशा गवर्नमेंट इसमें एग्जाम्स होती है, सो देयर आर रिटर्न एग्जाम्स. सो उसके लिए डेफिनेटली आपको प्रिपेयर करना होगा. If you pass that exam, then there are interviews which are very much structured. So unke questions may be they're pertaining to the role that you are applying for. Let's say you are applying for some government authority in police headquarters, or let's say if you are applying for some government authority in bank headquarters. So unke questions may hover around the sector that you are applying. Wherein private sector के लिए बहुत ही generic questions होंगे pertaining to your behavior, pertaining to your dreams that you have for your own self, और versus the government thing, वो आपका knowledge टेस्ट कर सकते हैं in terms of the sector that you are applying for. So maybe अगर बैंक जॉब के लिए आप अप्लाई कर रहे हो, तो मे बी रिसेंट बजट क्वेश्चंस पूछ सकते हैं, या हमारे गवर्नर के बारे में पूछ सकते हैं, या आरबीआई रेट्स के बारे में पूछ सकते हैं. सो these are few changes. Yes, I agree, would differ between a government job and a private job, but rest the way you speak, the way you present would remain the same in both.
Okay, and one more thing related to some person are having the communication phobia. We can say they are somewhat introvert.
Correct.
So if they are knowledgeable, then also they are not able to perform good while interview.
Correct.
So what can be done to improve that speaking or communication skill or remove that phobia?
Correct. So rightly said कि जरूरी नहीं है कि अगर आपके पास नॉलेज है तो आप उसे प्रेजेंट कर ही पाओगे, बट दैट्स ओके। एज इन, अगर आपके पास नॉलेज है तो वो कहीं ना कहीं तो कोई ना कोई क्वेश्चन में दिख ही जाएगा। बट वॉट यू नीड टू डू इज यू वुड हार्डली हैव 3 to 5 minutes टू इम्प्रेस दैट पर्सन, करेक्ट? और अगर आपको पता है कि आप इंट्रोवर्ट हो, अगर आपको पता है कि आप नहीं बोल पाओगे, तो प्रिपेयर अ पिच। There's nothing wrong in preparing a pitch, preparing a speech for yourself. क्योंकि आपका इंट्रोडक्शन, आपकी स्किल्स और आपकी अचीवमेंट्स, वो कहीं पे भी आप इंटरव्यू दो, वो सेम ही रहने वाले हैं। सो प्रिपेयर अ स्पीच फॉर योर सेल्फ। पिच आप कैसे प्रिपेयर कर सकते हो कि पिच में एक स्ट्रक्चर होता है, जैसे यू इंट्रोड्यूस योर सेल्फ, देन यू आर आस्क्ड अबाउट योर एकेडमिक्स, देन यू आर आस्क्ड अबाउट योर प्रोजेक्ट्स। तो उसके बारे में एक स्ट्रक्चर्ड स्पीच रेडी ही रखो, जो आप कहीं पे भी अप्लाई कर सकते हो। लाइक आई सेड, यू कैन टेक हेल्प ऑफ योर फ्रेंड्स, योर फैमिली मेंबर्स, जिनके सामने आप बोलो। और अगर आप कहीं ऐसे जगह रहते हो जहाँ पे आपको किसी का एक्सेस नहीं है, तो यू कैन डेफिनेटली स्टैंड इन फ्रंट ऑफ द मिरर, लुक एट योर ओन सेल्फ कि आप कहाँ पे अटकते हो, ऐसा कौन सा क्वेश्चन आएगा या ऐसा कौन सा इंस्टेंस आएगा जहाँ पे आप यू गेट आउट ऑफ वर्ड्स या आप नहीं बोल पाते हो। तो वैसे इंस्टेंसेस में आप बार बार प्रैक्टिस कीजिए। थर्ड थिंग विच यू कैन डू इज यू कैन राइट योर स्पीच विथ पॉइंटर्स। जैसे अगर आप स्किल्स के पॉइंटर्स लिख सकते हो या आपके अचीवमेंट्स के सिर्फ पॉइंटर्स लिख सकते हो, stick that somewhere on your wall or on the mirror, and then speak it aloud as if you are introducing yourself, as if you are speaking about yourself, as if you are actually selling your skills to the interviewer. And I'm definitely sure अगर आप ये 3-4 बार प्रैक्टिस करोगे, आपका वो कॉन्फिडेंस फॉर इंटरव्यू पर्पस डेफिनेटली आ जाएगा।
Okay, so I want to ask, this is my question. Can you share your interview experience?
Sure. So I have given 2 interviews till date, and for the first organization when I was a fresher, uh, मुझे सिर्फ और सिर्फ मेरे बिहेवियरल स्किल्स के बारे में पूछा गया था। सो मुझे एक सिचुएशन दी गई थी जहाँ पे देयर इज अ टीम ऑफ 5 people, एंड आई एम सपोज टू लीड दैट टीम बीइंग अ फ्रेशर। और वो 5 लोगों के पास 2-3 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है। So what are the things that I should take care as a leader कि वो प्रोग्राम या वो प्रोजेक्ट सक्सेसफुल हो? तो मैंने मेरी स्किल्स जो रेज्यूमे में लिखी थी वो मैंने बहुत अच्छे से याद रखी थी, और मैंने वही स्किल्स के एग्जाम्पल दिए। जैसे मैंने लिखा था आई हैव स्ट्रॉन्ग लीडरशिप स्किल्स। सो लीडरशिप स्किल्स होने के लिए क्या क्या चाहिए, तो मैंने बताया सबसे पहले आई वुड ट्राई एंड अंडरस्टैंड कि मेरे टीम मेंबर्स कौन है, मैं उनका बैकग्राउंड, मतलब उनका उनका स्पेसिफिक बैकग्राउंड क्या है, कोई आईटी से है, उनके स्किल्स क्या है, मैं आई एज अ लीडर वुड अंडरस्टैंड दैट फर्स्ट। फिर दूसरा होगा रैपो बिल्डिंग। तो सबसे पहले अगर मेरा रैपो अच्छा होगा तो मेरा प्रोजेक्ट बहुत ही स्मूथली सक्सेसफुल हो जाएगा। तो सेकेंड थिंग विच आई टोल्ड कि आई बिल्ड माई रैपो विथ माई टीम मेंबर्स। थर्ड थिंग कि बीइंग अ लीडर मैं सिर्फ और सिर्फ उन पे प्रोजेक्ट्स थोपूंगी नहीं। मैं पहले समझूंगी कि हाउ फ्लेक्सिबल दे आर, हाउ ओपन they are for this project, and then I would delegate those tasks to them. So understanding the openness of my team members was one of the skills that I presented at the time of interview. और उसके बाद मुझे कुछ बेसिक चीजें पूछी गई थी जो हमने हमारे लास्ट सेमेस्टर में पढ़ी थी। जैसे व्हाट आर द स्किल्स दैट यू लुक फॉर व्हेन यू हायर अ फ्रेशर। सो वो मेरा इंटरव्यू ले रहे थे, और मुझे मेरा रिक्रूटमेंट प्रोसेस एक्सप्लेन करना था। सो आई कुड कम्प्लीटली गेज कि अगर मैं कुछ भी बोलूंगी और अगर मैं वो पोर्ट्रे नहीं कर रही हूँ अभी, तो दैट वुड डिफ्लेक्ट। इसीलिए मैंने वही चीजें बोली जो I was confident that I am showing those skills currently live in the interview, and I explained the whole interview process. So that is how my interview went. It was successful, and I had to wait for 1 week for the interview result. And You won't believe I received the result night 12:30, and I was still awake waiting for the result every night, and that email made me very happy. So this is how my interview experience was.
Okay, that sounds very nice. And with this, we can end this webinar here. But for that, I want to thank you for this very nice session. And having a proud, having alumni like you is a really proud moment for our department.
Thank you.
Thank you for this wonderful session.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity as well. And anytime I am forever indebted to the college, and anytime needed any help, I am always open for the help. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.